I've been asking myself, if I was a young black man growing up in America in this day and age, I would I would believe the shit that I'm being told by my elders too. It's like I feel like there's a disconnect between reality and what's being portrayed to the youth, black youth in particular, about the origins of hip hop. Because it's easy to make a case. It's easy to make their case. If I was a young black man in America, seeing the whole history of America, knowing that the penal system is strictly racially divided, and that leaks into our community, makes sense that Puerto Ricans are racist. When I look around and I see Spanish people are racist, it makes sense that Spanish people are racist. So why wouldn't I believe that in America, after the black man has been stripped of everything, it would seem, I think it was Muhammad Ali, he said, he was asked, how come you won't let the good white people help you? He was like, I don't have time to differentiate. You know what I'm saying? If I'm sitting here and there's 10,000 snakes coming down to get me, and 100 of those snakes want to help me, I just got to get away from all the snakes. And that shit made all the sense in the world. But now, since there's no proof of this fabled brotherhood that I keep talking about, that when I say we were brothers, it's like, get the fuck out of here. I get that. It seems like a fairy tale, but it wasn't. So I respect my brother Grandmaster Caz and Paradise from X-Clan, and they both said, man, there was a time that Puerto Ricans did not fuck with us. I had to think about that, right? Because life didn't start with me. I'm 57, so all respect to Caz and Paradise, they're a little older than me. So they caught a little more of that generation. That generation was racist. My stepfather was racist. My real father was gone. My stepfather was racist. My mother was not racist. My mother was raised in New York City. She was good. My stepfather was crazy racist. So I used to fight, it's that Disco Wiz was knocking people out because he was messing with Caz. My stepfather was my enemy. And hip hop and my black brothers was my family. So you can't tell me that we wasn't family, and I wasn't the only one. It was mad people who grew up. It wasn't like we grew up, we saw them doing stuff, and we went over there to do the stuff they was doing. We was all being raised and influenced by the same stuff. It was black stuff. Hip hop is black New York City culture, except that Grandmaster Flash is black. He wasn't born in America, but he's black. Kool Herc is black. You can't discount, forget about Puerto Ricans. You can't discount Jamaicans because, okay, Herc wasn't coming over here playing Jamaican songs. That's not the point. The break beats that they were playing white break beats, Spanish break beats, James Brown break beats, mostly James Brown, but mad break beats. So you can't go by the break beats of what was he playing. Herc was born in Jamaica and had to adjust to American life. Whatever it is, it don't matter. Of course, it is black American culture, but Herc is Jamaican, so Herc is still black. So it's New York City culture, New York City black culture is accurate, because if you look at the country, and you have all these people in New York City who do hip hop, and the whole 49 and a half other states have nothing to do, hate hip hop, and you can't tell me that all those black people from all those other states have more to do with hip hop than those Puerto Ricans who were there at the time, creating it at the time. And all the DJ Tex and all that, respect to all the DJs. Those are elements of DJing is not hip hop. Rapping is not hip hop. Those are elements of a culture. It didn't become hip hop DJing until Flash and Herc did what they did. Hollywood was with the disco, and but who changed it was Herc and Flash. Jamaica from Barbados. Both born there. So, look, was there racism? Of course there was racism. I started going back because I'm a little old too. So I remember I went around to my cousin's way, Hunts Point in the Bronx. And we chilling outside, and all of a sudden my cousins take off running. I didn't know there was a racial shit going on. I had to be like 11. So a group of black kids started grabbing me and shit like, oh, we got this motherfucker. So we was near, it was like a stream. It was like a junkyard. And at the bottom of the junkyard, it was a stream of water going through. So they were like, nah, you're going to take off your shoes and your socks and you're going to walk through that stream. They were all black. Oh my God. Somebody, I wasn't built for that shit at that age. It was new to me. My cousin came back, he was like, nah, he's a civilian. He didn't use the word civilian, but he said, nah, he's not, he ain't from around here, whatever, he's too young, whatever the fuck it was. And he got me. So I guess that was racist. That doesn't mean that every black person was racist, so therefore there was no brotherhood. That means that was one experience that I had. And my mother always welcomed all my black friends, but people have told me, my black friends have told me that Spanish parents gave them the evil eye and didn't want them in the house. And then my Spanish boys told me, yeah, my mother didn't want black people in the house. That was the older generation. My man's mom, who didn't want black people in the house, she wasn't out there DJing with Grandmaster Flash, and she wasn't busting rhymes. She was the older generation. My stepfather, who was a hillbilly from Puerto Rico and was a racist, it was like cocolos, morenos, negro sucio, crazy, foul. That was an older generation. Hip hop changed that. This shit is about unity, bro. For real. So, if you're trying to divide, that's exactly already not hip hop. That's like a fireman starting a fire. Because that's the power of hip hop. Anyway, that's it, man. Good night.